your toe.
China has a serious contender.
What separates him is his striking.
There it is, Umar Nurmagomedov.
She just looks so much more refined now.
Big shot from Showdown. Denise Dong is a lot of fun to watch. And that's enough.
The UFC bantamweight division is about to see a very exciting fight. On August 29th, inside the Oriental Sports Center in Shanghai, China, Umar Nurmagomedov will face China's own Song Yadong. This is not just another fight on the UFC schedule. There is a lot on the line for both fighters, and a big win could move either man much closer to a UFC title shot. Umar Nurmagomedov enters this fight ranked number 3 in the bantamweight division, while Song Yadong is ranked number 6. Both fighters are dangerous, both have faced tough competition, and both know that this could be a very important night in their careers. For Umar, this is another chance to show that he belongs with the best fighters in the world. For Song, it is a huge opportunity to fight one of the top contenders in front of his home crowd in China. That alone makes this matchup even more interesting. Umar Nurmagomedov comes into this fight with 20 wins and only 1 defeat. He has built his reputation with excellent wrestling, strong grappling, dangerous submissions, and improving striking. One thing about Umar is that he does not need to rush. He is patient. He watches his opponent carefully, looks for openings, and waits for the right moment to attack. Once Umar gets close and starts working his wrestling, the fight can quickly change. He has 7 submission wins on his record, which shows just how dangerous he can be on the ground. But Umar is not only a grappler anymore. His striking has also improved a lot. He can fight from the outside, use kicks, move around the octagon, and change levels at any moment. That creates a big problem for his opponents because they always have to think about the takedown. And when a fighter is worried about being taken down, it can become much harder to focus on striking. That is exactly the kind of situation Umar wants. But standing across from Umar is Song Yadong, one of the most dangerous fighters in the bantamweight division. Song, known as the Kung Fu Kid, has 23 wins, 9 losses, and 1 draw. He has 9 knockout wins and 4 submission victories. So even though Song is known mainly for his striking, he has shown that he can finish fights in different ways. Song has fought some of the biggest names in the division and has gained a lot of experience at the highest level of MMA. Now he gets another huge opportunity. He is fighting a former title challenger, and he is doing it in Shanghai, China, in front of his home fans. You can expect the crowd to be loud. You can expect the energy to be high. And Song knows exactly what a win over Umar could mean for his career. A victory here could completely change his position in the bantamweight division. But there is one major question heading into this fight. Can Song stop Umar's wrestling? If Umar is able to take Song down again and again, this could become a very difficult night for Song. Umar does not have to rush for the takedown. He can first use his striking and movement to make Song think about the wrestling. Then, when Song reacts, Umar can change levels and attack. But there is one thing Umar cannot ignore. Song has serious power. One clean punch from Song can change the entire fight in a second. His speed, timing, and accuracy make him very dangerous whenever the two fighters are standing and exchanging. That means Umar cannot make careless mistakes. One bad decision could give Song the opening he needs. On the feet, this fight could become a very interesting battle. Umar has many different tools. He can use kicks, movement, feints, and level changes. At any moment, he can turn a striking exchange into a wrestling attack. Song, however, will want to keep the fight standing. He will want to use his boxing, throw combinations, and make Umar pay every time he tries to close the distance. Distance will be extremely important. If Umar stays too far away, it could be harder for him to get his wrestling started. But if he comes forward too aggressively, he could walk straight into Song's counter punches. At the same time, Song has to be careful not to spend too much energy defending takedowns. Because if he is constantly forced to wrestle, his striking could become less dangerous as the fight goes on. That is why the opening minutes could tell us a lot about how this fight will develop. If the fight goes to the ground, Umar could have a major advantage. And once Umar gets the right position, he can become extremely dangerous. But Song is not an inexperienced fighter. He has been in tough fights before. He knows how to survive difficult situations, and he knows that when he is on the ground, his main goal has to be getting back to his feet. There is also a big mental battle in this matchup. Umar has already experienced the pressure of fighting for UFC gold. But it can also create pressure. Song has to stay calm. He cannot become emotional. He cannot chase the knockout just because the crowd wants to see it. He has to follow his game plan and fight smart. If he becomes too aggressive, Umar could use that aggression against him. Both fighters also enter this matchup with good momentum. Umar is coming off two important victories. He defeated Mario Bautista in October 2025 and then defeated former UFC flyweight champion Deiveson Figueiredo in January 2026. Those wins helped put Umar back into the conversation among the top contenders in the division. Song also comes into this fight with momentum. After his fight with Sean O'Malley, Song bounced back with a statement victory over Deiveson Figueiredo in May 2026. Song submitted Figueiredo in the second round. That was an important win because it showed that Song can also finish a high-level opponent on the ground. So both fighters have reasons to be confident. Both are coming off important wins. And both know exactly what is at stake. So how could this fight play out? The first round could be very technical. Umar may start with kicks and movement while trying to understand Song's reactions. Song will likely look for openings with his boxing and counter punches. Then, sooner or later, Umar will probably change levels and go for the takedown. If Song stops the takedown, that could give him confidence. But if Umar gets Song down and starts controlling him, the entire fight could change. For Song, the goal will be to get back to his feet as quickly as possible. For Umar, the goal will be to keep Song on the ground, make him work, and slowly take away his energy. As the fight goes deeper, cardio could become very important. Wrestling takes energy. Defending takedowns takes energy. And throwing powerful strikes for 5 rounds also takes energy. The fighter who manages his energy better could have a big advantage late in the fight. When we look at the matchup, Umar has a very clear path to victory. His wrestling and grappling can create serious problems for Song. But Song has the kind of striking that can punish even one small mistake. That makes this fight dangerous for both men. Umar cannot simply assume that his wrestling will automatically win the fight. And Song cannot assume that he will be able to keep Umar standing for 25 minutes. Both fighters have to execute their game plan perfectly. Umar will want controlled pressure, smart entries, takedowns, and ground control. Song will want movement, sharp counters, strong takedown defense, and clean combinations whenever Umar comes forward. And then there is the bigger picture. The UFC bantamweight division is full of elite fighters, and every big win matters. A dominant victory here could move either fighter much closer to a championship opportunity. Fight is so important. It is not only about winning. It is about making a statement. If Umar dominates Song, people will immediately start talking about his next title opportunity. But if Song defeats Umar in front of his home crowd, his stock could rise very quickly. Imagine Song walking out of Shanghai with a win over the number 3 ranked contender. That would be a huge moment for Chinese MMA. So who wins? This is a very difficult fight to predict. Umar has the grappling advantage. Song has dangerous knockout power. Umar has excellent control and submission ability. Song has speed, confidence, and the support of his home crowd. If Umar can take Song down consistently and control him, Umar has a very strong chance of winning by decision or finding a submission. But if Song keeps the fight standing and forces Umar into long striking exchanges, the danger becomes much higher. One clean combination from Song could change everything. My prediction is that Umar will try to make this a grappling-heavy fight. He will look to control the distance, find the takedown, and slowly break Song's rhythm. But Song will have dangerous moments. He has the power to make Umar pay for every mistake. And that is exactly what makes this fight so exciting. Umar Nurmagomedov vs Song Yadong. Number 3 vs Number 6. Elite grappling against dangerous striking. Russia vs China. A former title challenger against one of China's biggest MMA stars. There is a lot on the line, and there is no room for mistakes. On August 29th, Shanghai will be watching. The bantamweight division will be watching. And the big question is simple. Will Umar Nurmagomedov use his wrestling and grappling to control Song Yadong? Or will Song Yadong shock the division and score a huge victory in front of his home crowd? One thing is certain. When these two fighters step inside the octagon, somebody is going to make a major statement. Umar Nurmagomedov vs Song Yadong. This is a fight you do not want